the Astro A50x. I just got them in like literally just 10 minutes ago. So we are going to cut these open. Obviously, I'm gonna be comparing them to the original Astro A50s, the Xbox version, because I don't have a PlayStation. But yeah, so let's get that out the way. Let's get this thing open. See what we got. This video won't be as long as the Turtle Beach video though. Hopefully not anyway. I can say one thing. I have been very, very excited to use these. I am really pro consumer, and this is a product that is very, very pro consumer. Now, I know some of you guys might be, you might scoff at the price because they're 380 bucks, but think about it this way. You got a headset that works across Xbox, PlayStation, PC. It works with any type of mobile phone. It works with the Nintendo Switch. I mean, it works with everything. So, I mean, to be honest, if you have I think it's a niche product, really. I mean, if you need all of those things, I don't necessarily need all of those things, but I do enjoy having products that can do multiple different things, because usually I have my tech for a very long time and I like to reuse my tech. Like my original A50s, I gave them to my son a while ago while I used some studio headphones. So I've kind of been excited going back to wireless. I will be using them predominantly on PC, but this will give me the ability to connect these. So my Xbox is in my theater room, and the only reason I use it is to play Rock Band 4. So this will give me the ability to play Rock Band 4 at night on the drums or the guitar, full blast in my ears in the basement, and not wake up the wife. So let's get these things cut open. Enough talking your ears off. Trying to figure out how this box opens. I mean, I've seen a couple unboxings, but I don't remember, to be honest with you. So here we go. All right. Let's give these things an open. Scan here to start setup. Okay. Guess we have to scan this code. It's probably to get us to open the app. These things are very, they look almost a tad bit, the ear cups feel a little bit smaller than the original A50s. But I guess we'll have to see. I have to go and grab those and see. But I do like the design. These actually come in 2 different colorways this time around. They come in black and white. My setup is mostly black. I do love white products. However, I think that 90% of people will go black. The all white aesthetics is really cool until you have to keep cleaning that setup. If you actually use it a lot, like if you're a reviewer or a YouTuber and you move your stuff around a lot, and or you are a really minimalist, you have a white setup, I think the white ones will look really dope. But the black ones, you just really can't go wrong with black. Now, if you're not familiar with the Astro A50s, you can take these removable earpieces off. You can take them off. I'm not a fan of the cloth pads. I will say they really, really are soft. But for me, when I had the A50s a couple of years ago, these pads, they really, really irritated my face. I have sensitive skin, and then I started growing my beard, so these things really, really agitated my face. So I switched to, hold on, I'll get them and I'll be right back to show you. I switched to these Wicked cushions. If you don't know about Wicked cushions, bro, if Wicked cushions make cushions for your headphones, you have to get them. I mean, you just absolutely have to. When I say Wicked Cushions makes the absolute best cushions for any type of headset, even if they don't make cushions for your specific headset, try to find you something that's universal and make it fit. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Now, the cushions that are in here actually aren't the Wicked cushions. They're the cushions that came off of my EPOS H60 Pros, I think. And I have basically every headphone I have Wicked cushions on. My Beats by Dre, the Studios, my Beats by Dre Studios. That's what I use, the studio headphones. I mean, those the ones made by Monster. I mean, they're really old, but I got 2 or 3 pair of them. Nothing really comes close to the sound, but whatever you do, get Wicked cushions. So I actually ordered Wicked cushions for these already. I think they will be in today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. I ordered them from Amazon because it would be faster ordered from them than Wicked Cushions website. Now, you do also have the same pad up here. Now, I'm wondering if the top part from the original A50s will fit up here, because I do have an extra one, because this does pop out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can get it in focus. There's a little clip here and here. You can pop the clips out and take these things out, but for the most part, these are the headphones. This is what they look like. And now we will go, and so what I'll do is first I will try them on PC, because that's how predominantly be using them, and then we will see what they look like on Xbox as well. Now let's get this out of the way. So I guess this is the rest of the stuff that comes in the box. I mean, you guys can watch all the other videos to see the rest of this stuff. I mean, I guess it's pretty much just the base station and your power plug and some USB-C cables and stuff like that. The base station is definitely heavier. This here, guys, is the reason why this device costs so much, because this is not only a headphone charger where you dock the headphones here, right? Which, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw the A50s, I didn't even necessarily know how they sounded, the first generation. I just love the fact that they were wireless and you could sit them on a wireless base station and have them charging, because I really hate having to have a headphone plugged up and cords hanging all over my desk. It just annoys the absolute shit out of me. So, you know, I try to keep I have a really complicated setup, but I try to keep it as clean as possible. But this here is the reason why this is so expensive. And it's because this is an HDMI switcher. But so you basically use the button on the headphones, this button here in the middle, use this one to switch between the three. Press the button, it switches. It'll switch from Xbox, PlayStation, PC. It'll switch to all three. Now, again, this could be a niche product. I mean, if you don't have all the systems, which I don't, but you know, I was looking to upgrade anyway, and usually the newest tech, especially headphones, I have a headphone obsession, I guess I would call it, and I have way too many headphones. So I'm kind of looking to move to something more gamer centric as far as my gaming headset, instead of my studio headphones or my in-ear monitors. I kind of like to have different products for different things, so that way the wear and tear is spread out across. Then if you have issues with one or the other, you can always switch, or you'll have a backup. And the way this works, guys, is similar to if you had a surround system or a sound bar or an HDMI switcher. I mean, it seems pretty complicated to set up, but it's really not. So you have one plug that goes into here. It's a dual plug, so it plugs into this red one. One end goes into your PC, the other one gets plugged into the power outlet. Pretty simple. If you have a PlayStation, This USB-C to USB-A cable will go into your PlayStation. This HDMI will come from the PlayStation into here. Same with Xbox. HDMI from here into the Xbox, USB from here into the Xbox. Now what you do is you will need a third HDMI cable if you have all three. You run HDMI output from here into your TV or monitor. This is why this device costs this much, because it's an HDMI switcher built in to the device, and they have a bunch of really cool ways. They also actually have a new beta app. They created a beta app to try to help us bridge the gap between hardware and software, and we'll show that in a few minutes, and I'll be back to you shortly. Okay guys, so we are back. What I'm going to do is, like I said before, we're going to compare and contrast the new A50Xs with the original. So these aren't original, these are the A50s Gen 4. Let me try to get this centered a bit better. But these are the A50s Gen 4. And essentially they look pretty much the same. I mean, the dimensions seem the same. Let's see if ear cups, I'm pretty sure the ear cups fit. Yep. So the magnetic, these are magnetic, by the way. If you've never used Astros, this is one of the best parts about them. When you replace the ear pads, you don't have to fiddle around with taking stuff off and using clips or gluing them or whatever. I mean, you kind of just, they pop on, good to go. So these do fit. The old do fit the original. Let's see. Looks like the base stations, I mean, obviously they're different, because on the original you have an optical out, micro USB. The only thing that I loved about the original was you had an auxiliary input. Now, what I used to do on the originals is I would, on my PC, I run a sound card, a Sound Blaster sound card, 384 kilohertz, and I run that, my sound card from my PC. I come from the output of the sound card into the auxiliary of the Turtle Beaches. That way I could get my high quality sound card sound, but I could also get, because I didn't use the chat mic on the Turtle Beaches for chat. I didn't use it. I used my studio mic. But I think with these, because they have a technology, if you haven't listened to a mic test, I'm not going to do a mic test. I'm going to show you the software. You know, it's hella videos out there with mic tests, and, you know, where they show what they look like on your head and all of that stuff. I'm going to try not to make this video, you know, a million minutes. So we'll kind of talk about that later. But to compare and contrast, though, I use this auxiliary input to run my sound card from the PC into auxiliary. Now, you could use this, obviously, it's a 3.5 millimeter. So you could use this for a bevy of different things. I mean, you could run from your phone to the auxiliary input. You could run from another sound source to the auxiliary input for, let's say, music or something like that. I mean, you have so many extra options, also with optical in and optical out. So you could use pretty much whatever you wanted to with these. I mean, you could daisy chain these through consoles, through TVs, you know, through music sources. I mean, whatever you wanted to do. So if you were comparing, now this base station is PC and Xbox. Now I also have the PC and PlayStation base station, because my son runs PC PlayStation. I run PC Xbox. So I had to buy a separate base station for it, and you can basically swap between them if you need to. However, this gave me so many different options. So if I were to, let's say, for example, if I were to compare and contrast these two, right? Just really quickly. So if you are in the budget range, okay, of, I don't know what these will be once they're discounted and all of that stuff. I really don't know. But these are really outstanding headphones. Now, they can get kind of boomy. I will say that, not gonna lie, they can get kind of boomy, but you can go into Command Center, and I mean, you can EQ these things to where they sound exactly how you want them to sound. You can have multiple presets. You can flip through the presets on the headphones. So, you know, I mean, you can look through all of that stuff, the controls, to see where to flip through presets. But I hadn't used these headphones. I hadn't used Astros in years now, but you can flip through the presets, and man, you can get these things to sound as crisp and as clean as you want. Now, the A50Xs, they have planar magnetic drivers, so that's different than like regular cone drivers, and they're different. I don't know if you know anything about subwoofers, but I'm a big sub music guy, car audio, that kind of thing. So these woofers on here will be stiffer, which means it won't have as much flex. They won't flex as much, so it won't be as boomy, but it should be way crisper, way cleaner. So it kind of depends on what kind of sound you're going for. But to be honest, guys, I mean, if you're in the price range, if you got 300 plus bucks, you know, get the newer ones. I mean, the mic is outstanding. This sounds like the headphones just turned on. This sounds like a gaming mic. This sounds like a budget studio mic. Like, really, it really does. Go look at some mic tests. I promise you will not be disappointed with this mic straight out of the box, without any EQing necessary whatsoever. You know, they both will have excellent noise cancellation as far as your voice, like noise isolation, so only your voice will go through, because the microphone is so long, you can position it wherever you want to in front of your face. Obviously, you have like flip up to mute. The mics are not detachable, so don't try to do that. If you do, you might break it. But if you are in the budget range, if you have a 200-ish budget, these, you will not be disappointed with the Astro A50 Gen 4s. I can guarantee you won't be disappointed with these. These are pretty much the best headphone in that category. Now, you do have some newer headphones, you know, some newer wireless headsets, but to me, being able to sit these things on the base station, I mean, they just look so clean, and you know, you can EQ the hell out of them, so you could pretty much get whatever sound you want to. They're super comfy, you know, easy to get parts for. I mean, you see how beat up these things are. These things are probably 5 years old at this point, and my son is rough on his stuff. So I mean, they definitely didn't look like this when I had them, but I mean, that's still, he uses them every single day. He games a lot. I mean, more than I do now. So, and these things are still hold up. They will take a beating. Like durability, I don't have any issues with these at all. But if you want the best of the best, these A50Xs will be your calling card. Now, if you want the A50X, but you only have the budget to buy these, I would probably recommend just save up and grab these, right? I mean, it's probably going to be over $100 difference. I mean, these, I don't even remember what these retail for. I think I paid $300 for these when they first came out, but now you can probably get them for around $250 maybe. Let's check the price on Amazon really quickly, and then we'll see what you can get them for. Astro A50s. Oh, $229. Hopefully you guys can see that. It might be a little too bright for the camera to focus in, but I see, yeah, PS5 version and the Xbox version both are $229, so $230. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. So I would probably recommend these unless you have the budget to buy the A50Xs. If you don't have the budget and you really want the A50Xs, I would just save up, man. I mean, if you got, $230, then once you add tax, you're talking $240, $245, whatever the case may be, pretty much $250. If you have that, dude, just wait, just be patient and wait, another month or a month and a half, however long it'll take you to save up, to buy these puppies. You know, if you need to, maybe, you know, if you work a job and you get paid every couple of weeks, maybe use Klarna or Affirm or something like that. You know, use it responsibly, obviously, but you know, I think these will be well worth the upgrade. Now, I haven't listened to them yet. I haven't heard them, but I will connect them to Bluetooth from the phone to listen to music. Music sounds outstanding on these. I mean, these things will pound. The one thing I remember about the Astros, they are by far the loudest gaming headset I have ever used in my entire life. I mean, these things pump. Now, I don't know the volume level of the A50Xs, but the A50 Gen 4s, oh my God. Talk about a punchy, boomy, delicious sound. Like if you listen to, you know, pop, R&B, you know, funk, rock, I mean, these things will blast your ears off. Guaranteed. Like you can't listen to these at full volume, you know, for a very, very long period of time. But these did not have Bluetooth. They didn't have Bluetooth, so you couldn't connect your device to them. You could only listen to your music through your PC or your console at the same time, unless you use the auxiliary input. Now, these have Bluetooth, so you can connect through Bluetooth from your phone, from your device. You can connect straight from your device. Now, one caveat though is you connect from your device. You press the Bluetooth button on the headset. It's really weird. Device, sync button on the headset, but the device actually connects to the base station. So you can't use these independently with your phone if you're not in range of the base station. That's huge. Like, you really need to know that, because I know some people think that, you know, you can take these and take them on the go. I mean, I don't think you want to do that anyway, because you would look kind of ridiculous, especially with the mic sticking out. It's not detachable. So these weren't made to be used as standalone headphones, to be away from your setup. But I think it says to give you a 50-foot range or something like that. I don't know. I'll never use them for that anyway. My room isn't that big. I'm only in about maybe 300 square feet ish. So my room is really small. So I'll never have to worry about that in the first place. But, you know, just something to be aware of, you know, if you decide to do that. But yeah, I think again, if you got $250, you need headphones right now. I mean, and you're okay with having the not the latest and greatest, but you want a really good headset, go with the A50X Gen 4s. I mean, that, like I said before, it's an excellent headset. It really is. It's an excellent headset. You know, I think every gamer, you can really, you know, get a lot of pro gamers use these. You can really tune these up to do whatever it is you need to do. Now, if you have the budget again for the A50Xs, hey, why not? Go ahead and buy them, right? I mean, if you can afford them, like I can, just splurge, buy them. I buy a lot of tech. Some things I like, some things I don't. Usually I don't send things back. I'm not a big send things back guy, because I know eventually I like to switch things out from time to time. You know, if you're one of those guys, you're a tinkerer, you like to switch things out and try different setups and different wiring combinations and all of that stuff. I mean, this pretty much gives you as many options as you'll have, because let's be honest, even though this says Xbox and PlayStation, dude, it's HDMI. I mean, you can send any HDMI source into this. You can connect, you know, an Apple TV into this. You can connect a Roku, a Fire Stick. I mean, you can connect anything that takes HDMI. You can connect to this. You can connect a second PC to this, you know, if you want to. Now, I don't know, you know, if we'll run into issues with USB and HDMI from the second PC. I'm sure it wasn't meant to be used in that way, but come on now. We're PC gamers, bro. We try everything. So you best believe that I am going to try to run this to two PCs, my PC and my laptop at the same time, just to see if it works. And I may even take it from PC to a laptop to my Asus tablet I have a Asus tablet with a 4050. I might try to run it to that just to see if it works as well. I mean, hey, who knows? But so, all right, next I will show you guys the software that they put out. It is in beta mode. How long it'll be in beta mode for, I don't have a clue, but we will test it out and be right back in a snap. Check. All right, guys. So now we are about to get into the software. So a couple different things. Now, I already had Logitech G Hub installed, and that's because I have the Logitech Racing Wheel as well as you can see, my G604 Lightspeed mouse. Now, what I had to do was, even though I went to update, this headset was not showing up before. So I had to go to the Logitech website, to the Astro A50x, and actually go to download and manually download this software version, because if you just search for it, it will not show up by itself. So these are all the settings that you get. I just need a little bit of side tone, because there we go. Because not being able to hear myself is super weird to me, because I am used to my studio mic, but I'm not using that now. The microphone that you hear is the native microphone from the Astro A50x. And I didn't do any connections or anything. This is the first time I've actually opened this up. So we're going to bag out. I got side tone, so I'm good. This app, we don't really need that much. I mean, you can I think you can do adjustments from your phone app as well. Like you can do your EQs and stuff from the phone app, but you can look that stuff up later. That's not really what I'm getting into. So we'll just kind of minimize this for now, because really what I wanted to show you guys was not the download page. I had to do all of this stuff to find it. This is what I wanted to show you guys. This Logitech, this app, the Mixline software. So the Mixline software, it isn't in beta. It'll probably be in beta for a while, until they figure it out. But this is basically literally what it says, Mixline, where you can mix and match your inputs and your outputs. So it's similar to like if you have a Go XLR or a Rodecaster Pro. I have both, so I could kind of tell you, compare. But for the most part, this is just pretty much software. It's not hardware. Not with Go XLR, you have hardware and software because you have physical buttons. Here, you don't really have physical buttons. You just have software, but this software is super, super powerful. So because it's a beta, you have to sign up for it. So I had to put my email in and hit it, which I did that already. And instantly the email came through the beta download. So this is where you get your download. So we'll download the Mixline beta really quickly. We'll open it, extract it. All right, now we will go ahead and install this really quickly. Yes, needs administrative control to install. But yeah, guys, I mean, again, this is one of, if not the loudest headsets I have ever. My camera is so crooked. Oh my God. I'm always changing stuff, so it's always something, but whatever. This is, again, one of the loudest headsets. I think it's actually louder than the A50 Gen 4s. Like, seriously, this thing is thumping. This thing is really thumping. Okay. All right, so we're going to close all the rest of this stuff out. I'm going to close all of this out. We'll maximize this software. Well, I don't think you guys can see it all because of my screen, so I will try to get it lined up as best as possible where you guys can see it. You know what? I'll move myself out of the way, so that way when I maximize it, you guys can kind of see everything that's going on. Boom. All right. So here we go with the Mixline software. And I mean, this is, if you've used software like this in the past, it can be simple or complex. I'm sorry. If you've used software like this in the past, it can really be very, very simple. If you just want a game, you don't really need it. This is more so for if you have a really complex setup or you stream a lot and you want to kind of, mix some things in and out, mix and match, whatever. So we'll kind of test that stuff out just really quickly. So audio devices, this is where you add your input. So obviously this is what's coming in and this is your output. So this is what's going out. So these are all my outgoing sources, right? So let's say input my mic out. Okay, so you can see my microphone moving as I'm speaking, right? So we'll put it output as, so I have my Rodecaster and I have my Go XLR, but usually I only use chat on my Go XLR. But let's see, so what I want to try is, let's see if we program this to run as my output, like say for example on my Rodecaster, can I physically control the sound from the Rodecaster into the Astro A50X? So let's see. Let's do that. So now we have them both. Now we basically just need to connect them. So we just have to hit plus, boom. So you see how it dragged the node to here. So now we know that these two things are connected. And I actually see this, the levels moving on my Rodecaster Pro. So we'll turn this up. Check, 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 mic check. Volume is going up. Let's see if I turn it down. So I still hear it going out, but I do see the levels moving. Now, I don't think I'll actually ever really need this, to be honest with you, but it's cool that they put this software here just in case, because as of right now, this software can be really, really complex. I mean, I'm sorry guys, that's an alarm. This software can be really, really complex, and obviously your flip to mute still works. So again, if I flip it up, you can't hear me at all. And I can route this audio out to anything. My studio monitors, my chat output, my Rodecaster. You can do it as a Mixline stream, you can route everything to a Mixline stream. And then in Windows settings, you can set your stream to output as the Mixline stream. So that way, everything that you route to the Mixline stream is what your stream will actually hear. So it gives you similar, it gives you similar control if you've ever used a Wave XLR and that software, or if you've ever used the Go XLR software. It's similar where you have multiple input output routings where you can kind of control everything. And I really think it's pretty dope. I mean, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick overview of this, because I know a lot of people won't go over this Mixline software and how to download it, where to get it from, where to install it. So, all of you guys out there, get it, play around with it. I mean, to be honest, even if I don't know what this software works with, to be honest, I think you could use this software with other inputs. You know what? Let's see. Let's add my stereo microphone and see if it'll work. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to mute this mic. I'm going to flip this mic up, and then I'm going to unmute my studio mic, and we'll see if this software still works. Okay. So, all right. And now I can actually hear this studio mic. So I would probably never use it like this because of the delay. I don't like the input delay. It's annoying as hell because I'm used to wired headphones. So I wouldn't use it this way, but you can though, which makes this software powerful in itself, even if you don't have these headphones. So the Mixline software is a dope piece of software that Logitech put out that you can do anyway. So I'm going to mute this again. Unmute this mic. Now I'm back to using the Astro A50X mic. So I think this is really, really dope. And this software is really, really dope. So I'm going to remove these because I don't necessarily need these, to be honest. I don't need any of these as of now. We'll see how much of this software I'll have to use in the future, and similar to the only one other review I've ever done, which is the Turtle Beast Stealth Ultra controller, by the way, it's going to be, and that is actually right here. So this is the very first review that I've ever done. And, it's kind of a new thing for me. This controller with this headset is basically a new setup for me versus my studio monitors. Well, not my studio monitors, my studio microphone and my studio headphones. Usually I run everything wired in. So I hadn't gamed on these yet. I hadn't listened to music on them yet. I hadn't connected Bluetooth from my phone to them yet. I won't bore you guys with all of that stuff. But what I will do is, again, I will pin a comment for myself, and I'll put pros and cons and things that I like and dislike, things that I wish they could change, because some things they might be able to update during software. Who knows? But as of now, these headphones are really, really, really dope. I mean, dude, the volume on these things right now, I have them on like 30, and I'm telling you, like, these things are like absolutely loud. So I think any type of gamer, whatever you want to do, however you want to use these, any console, PC, whatever, I think these would be a really, really dope set of headphones if you can afford them. If you can't afford them, don't get don't get FOMO, okay? Like, don't suffer from fear of missing out. You know, don't get me wrong, while this is a really dope package, it's not that big of a difference, you know, from the A50X's, I mean the A50 Gen 4s. And to be honest, I know Astro has a new headset. Well, it's not new now. These are the newest, but Astro has one that's completely wireless, and it connects to your phone on its own. It doesn't have a base station, and I think it's like $230. It's basically like the A50X, but the dumbed down version. I think that's so Astro really has a complete lineup of wired headsets, affordable headsets, and it kind of makes its way up to this one. So guys, do not get the fear of missing out. If this is something that you really, really want, and you can't try them out, or you don't know anybody who has them, what I would say again is just try to save up. Save up, save your money, and if that's what you want, go ahead and purchase them. Just use what you have until now. Or if you want a really great headset, again, the Astro A50s, matter of fact, we can pull them up. The Astro A50s, as you can see the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro, those are some really dope headphones. I didn't particularly like them. They were a little too light. I didn't like the way they felt. They felt kind of cheap. But they sounded okay. I didn't think the sound was that great, to be honest with you. Hi-fi drivers, like, okay, what does that mean? But, look, I mean, you got 229 right here. Like, guys, you can't really beat that. That's brand new. You got the PlayStation and the Xbox version. And then you also have, like, a renewed. I mean, dude, this right here, renewed version for 150, 160, dude, that's probably the best buy on the market right now. Like, seriously. I mean, if I were to, if you wanted to get a dope set of headphones for your kids, like to bring them into the next gen of like headsets and stuff like that. I mean, look, this is, hey, dads, moms, if you got the budget, you can grab these for Christmas maybe. It's the 18th now. It's still a few more days left. If you guys could do these, this would be a great buy. But I probably wouldn't get these for too young of a kid, maybe a teenager, but I would at least get it for a kid who knows how to work and maneuver software, things like that. So it looks like my camera is frozen this whole time, but whatever. You guys get the point. So, hey, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment, and trust me, if you comment, I will respond to every single comment. I will respond to every single comment, guys. So, just let me know anything that you have. And yeah, other than that, I'll be out, guys. Peace.